North Korea is the most secretive country I've ever visited. I've been there on 19 reporting trips. It's very difficult to get a true sense of what is happening on the ground there, so we have to rely on clues. One of the biggest clues we get is when Kim Jong-un addresses the nation every year on New Year's Day. He really does lay out what's in his head. Kim Jong-un used his New Year's address to signal to South Korea that he was open to diplomacy. That opened the door for a whirlwind of diplomacy on the Korean Peninsula, and it began what we now know as the Korean détente. Another clue is when Kim Jong-un travels to Mount Paektu. It's a sacred mountain I visited once, but for Kim, it's a place to ponder major decisions. So we saw him at Mount Paektu before he announced a diplomatic détente with South Korea. And before he decided to suspend diplomacy with the United States, he was seen twice riding a white horse on Mount Paektu. Whenever you see Kim Jong-un appearing in public, the purpose is to send a message. So if he's at a missile launch, it's to talk about North Korea's military strength. If he's at a military parade, it's to showcase the might of his army and the devotion of the people who attend. So when Kim Jong-un doesn't appear at a major event, that raises eyebrows. In 2008, the late North Korean leader Kim Jong-il missed a military parade to celebrate the country's 60th founding anniversary. Now, at the time, there was a lot of speculation about his health, and North Korea dismissed it all as a conspiracy theory. But later, we learned he had a stroke. So when Kim Jong-un disappeared for 3 weeks in April, after missing the Day of the Sun, arguably North Korea's most important holiday, the speculation went wild. A lot of the reports turned out not to be true. But when you're looking at a country like North Korea where there is zero transparency, you have to look at clues to try to give you a hint. We started looking at our usual clues. One was intelligence, the other was satellite images. We saw evidence that Kim Jong-un's train had pulled up at his luxury beachfront compound in Wonsan. The presence of Kim's train gave us a clue that Kim might be there. It's not foolproof, but because North Korea is so secretive, you have to look at clues. Whether it be upgrades at their main nuclear reactor or the expansion of missile production facilities. You can see that all from satellite imagery, and it lets us know what's happening when North Korea isn't talking. Sometimes the information we get from satellite images and intelligence is accurate, sometimes it's not. That's why we have to rely on other ways to find out what's really happening, and one of those ways is the testimony of North Korean defectors. Some of the most horrific stories come from defectors who claim they were held in North Korea's political prison camps. North Korea denies the existence of these camps, but satellite images show that they do exist. If there's one thing I've learned in all my trips to North Korea, the more I go, sometimes the less I feel that I know. But you try to do your best to dig through all of the clues and get to the heart of what's really happening there.